What's up, guys? So today I figured it'd be a good day. Today we're going to talk about quarantine because a lot of people ask me about quarantine, why I quarantine my animals, what quarantine is. So today is all about quarantine, and today's a good day for quarantine because I have not one, but four animals coming out of quarantine today. So super excited about this. So yeah, first things first, you got to have a tank ready for those animals. So right here I do have a 20 long, and this is going to be for our first animal. Super excited about this, but I'm going to skip the whole setting it up part for you guys because not too many people like that, and you guys just like to see the finished product anyway. So, and here it is, just like that, just a clap of a hand. So here I have this 20 long, and I am putting the coral cobra in this. The coral cobra is ready to come out of quarantine. Super excited about this. I left her in quarantine a little bit longer than I needed to, but I was waiting to get some stuff, which you guys have seen very shortly and briefly in another video recently, but got some stuff, so we're gonna get her all set up in this today. Super excited. She's gonna be in the snake room. This is one animal coming out of quarantine today, and we have 3 more. Now, my quarantine, I usually quarantine my animals for 6 weeks. Now, what this means is
that the animal is going to go in its own spot for a matter of 6 weeks. Now, the reason why I do this, and a lot of keepers do this, is because our collections are worth a lot of money. And we could bring in a snake or animal that has a certain type of parasite or disease or something that could hurt the entire rest of our collection. So we don't want to put that snake with our other snakes and have the chance of it killing our entire collection worth a lot of money. Alright guys, so here she is, my beautiful coral cobra. Now, hey, where are you going? You gotta stay over here. Now, as you can see, very active snakes, not a true cobra. You know, you're supposed to come here. Come here. But these guys are very subterranean. They love to go underground, so I gave her lots and lots of, come here. You were just all over the place. So I gave her lots and lots of bedding so she can bury and hide. Beautiful orange. Whoa. You're not too happy, are you? All right, so let's go ahead and get her set up. Put her in an enclosure, just like that. And there she goes. And there she is, happy in her new little enclosure. My cute little coral cobra. Up next on our to-do list is this bad boy, a full 55-gallon fish tank on the metal stand in my garage. But we're getting this guy set up next. Now, the reason why this bad boy is not going in my house is very simply because, well, the wife doesn't want it to. But anyway, so we're gonna set this guy up next, and then you'll see what's going in here. Super excited about this one. Got this tank for free from my good buddy Jay, just for helping him out yesterday, doing the event for him. So we're gonna set this guy up in 3, 2, 1, and there you go, just like that. This took me a while to do that, so don't think it was literally, no. Okay, so set this up. This is gonna be for my red-eared slider and also my baby common snapping turtles. You guys probably didn't know I had those because I haven't actually shown or said anything about them yet on the channel, but I do have 2 baby common snapping turtles along with my bigger one as well, and also a red-eared slider, again, that was given to me by U.S. Fish and Wildlife. So I'm gonna set them up in here, got the water running, got it flowing. So let me show you guys a little up-close view of what this looks like. So, right there. Now I will get a background for it eventually, but yeah. So, it goes from a waterfall down a little river into where their water will be. Now I'm gonna have a heat light up here, especially during winter for them. But yeah, awesome setup, very proud of this. Little log, the water's still a little murky, but this is all a giant filtration system. That whole thing is a giant filtration system. So, working on that, super excited. So we're gonna go get the turtles and put them in here now. Okay, so sorry if this light's a little too bright, but I totally forgot that I only have 1 snapping turtle baby because I gave the other one to my good friend Martha, who runs the Everglades Outpost. But yeah, so I got them in here. The water's a little cleared up now, so you guys can check them out. Little snapping turtle is right there, and the slider is right there. So super excited they're in here. It's very warm in here, so they don't necessarily need a heat light. But yeah, awesome little setup. Cool little waterfall, everything going on. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next animals right now. So now these last two animals that I'm taking out of quarantine are going to be my Yuricone rattlesnake and also my other South American rattlesnake. Now I'm comfortable taking these guys out of quarantine because I know they are both doing very, very well. The facility they also come from, which is McCarthy's Wildlife Sanctuary, is an amazing facility. All their snakes are very, very healthy, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you get a snake from quarantine, and that particular collection that it comes from could have something that they're all fine and that they're all fine and used to, but your snakes in your collection are not, so it could wipe out your entire collection still. But I'm pretty comfortable with these guys, them coming out of quarantine a week early. I don't really see a problem with it. I've examined both these snakes very, very well. I've looked at their fecal matter. I've fed them. They're both eating very, very well. So again, very comfortable with them coming out of quarantine a little early. Again, it's only a week early, but it should be fine. Now another thing is with quarantine too, if you guys ever do have, a good amount of reptiles and you do want to quarantine them, make sure you have different tools or you sanitize your tools very, very well before you use them in your collection again, because I've heard of keepers also using the same tools for their quarantine and their regular animals, and then that bacteria or that disease or anything is on their tools, and they go and bring it into their snake room or they bring it into the reptile room, and then it again transfers over to those animals because of the fact that they didn't sanitize their tool first. So that's also a big factor in quarantine as well. Now, another thing with quarantine is also the fact that if you guys have one or two ball pythons or a bearded dragon, you're getting another one, you don't need to quarantine your animals. That's a little bit different. The reason why I do it is because I have a collection worth thousands of dollars. Again, if something were to happen to my collection, not only would I lose all those animals, but I'd be out on a lot of money as well. And as you guys now know, this is how I make a living with these animals. So it is very important for me to quarantine my animals. If you, again, have one or two, you don't need to, because a lot of people ask me that. So this is me answering that question for you guys. But if you feel the need, you want to quarantine your animals, by all means, go ahead and do it. But again, you don't really need to if you have 1, 2, or 3 or 4 snakes, ball pythons, whatever. But if you got a collection like mine, you definitely need to quarantine those animals. All right, so we're done with this last cage. I'm going to bring this into the snake room so we can get started and keep going. All right, guys, so we're here. Got everybody set up. Now, I don't have the lights done yet. They'll come eventually. You know how much I absolutely love my lights. I mean, it's just, yeah. So we'll get there eventually. I actually do have them ready, but I'm not doing them for this video. So I'll just set those guys up, and you'll catch them, I'm sure, in the next video when I do a little section on these guys here. But we're going to be taking the Yuricone and the South American rattlesnake out of the boxes. They'll be going in their new enclosures, joining the coral cobra down there. So really excited to have all 3 of these snakes out of quarantine, and my little red-eared slider also out of quarantine. But we're going to go ahead and put them in there now. All right, so there he is, the Yuricone all set up. I know I don't have hides for these guys yet, but I will have hides for them shortly. I just need to run to my buddies down in Homestead and grab some. But super excited to have these guys in the snake room, finally out of quarantine. But they needed to come out of quarantine because I need to make room for some new snakes coming into quarantine soon. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys learned something new. You enjoyed this sweet, short little video. Again, hopefully this answers a lot of people's questions about quarantine, because I do get asked that question quite often. But this month, it's going to be an interesting month because, like I said, new stuff coming in, got new cages, so things are going to get rearranged here in my snake room. Super, super excited. But next time I do show this, I'll have lights and everything on it so you guys can enjoy the beautiful snakes that I have in here now. Not saying that all my other ones aren't, but you know what I mean. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I will see you guys next time. Bye.